Did you know that an estimated 4 to 5% of people in the United States are in polyamorous relationships? That's a staggering number. Polyamory, the practice of engaging in multiple romantic relationships with the consent of all involved, has seen a significant rise in recent years. It's a fascinating shift that mirrors the evolving paradigms of love, commitment, and personal freedom in our society. The acceptance and understanding of polyamory have certainly increased, but it's not without its challenges. Individuals in these relationships often grapple with societal pressures, communication complexities, and emotional intricacies that are unique to their dynamic. Yes, polyamory is about love, but also about navigating uncharted territories of the heart and mind. So what happens when one of those hearts decides it wants a different course? When someone in a polyamorous relationship feels the need to exit? Well, there are signs to watch out for. But what happens when someone wants out? Let's delve into the signs to watch out for. But first, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay informed with more useful information. The first sign that someone might be wanting to leave your polyamory triad is decreased communication. Communication, folks, is the lifeline of any relationship. It's the exchange of thoughts, feelings, desires, fears, and dreams. It's the way we express our love, our frustrations, our needs, and our wants. It's the glue that holds people together, the thread that weaves through the fabric of our relationships. And in a polyamorous relationship, communication is even more crucial. When you have more than two people involved, the dynamics are more complex, the interactions more multifaceted. Each person brings their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences into the mix, adding layers upon layers of complexity. Decreased communication can be a sign of many things. It could be a sign of dissatisfaction, of not feeling heard or understood, of feeling overwhelmed or overburdened. It could be a sign of disinterest, of not wanting to invest the time and energy into maintaining the relationship. It could be a sign of discomfort, of not feeling safe or comfortable enough to express oneself. It could be a sign of detachment, of slowly disengaging from the relationship. But why does communication decrease? It often happens when someone feels their words aren't making an impact, or when they feel they're not being heard. It can also happen when someone feels they're not being valued or appreciated, when they feel they're not being treated with respect or kindness. It can happen when someone feels they're not getting what they need from the relationship, when they feel they're not being fulfilled or satisfied. It can happen when someone feels they're not being loved, when they feel they're not being cared for or nurtured. So what can you do if you notice a decrease in communication? The first step is to acknowledge it. Recognize that something has shifted, that something has changed. Don't ignore it or brush it under the rug. The second step is to address it. Approach the person in a respectful, non-confrontational way. Ask them if something is bothering them, if there's something they want to talk about. The third step is to listen. Really listen. Hear what they're saying. Try to understand where they're coming from. Show them that you care, that you value their thoughts and feelings. So if you notice a decrease in communication, it might be time to have a heart-to-heart. The second sign to look out for is emotional distance. Now this may sound quite abstract, but emotional distance is something you can feel, even if it's hard to put into words. It's like a chill in the room that wasn't there before, a sense of disconnection that goes beyond the physical. In the context of a polyamorous triad, emotional distance can look like one partner becoming more withdrawn or less engaged in shared activities. They might seem distracted or aloof, less willing to share their thoughts and feelings. It's as if there's an invisible wall springing up, separating them from the rest of the group. This kind of emotional withdrawal can indicate a desire to leave the triad. It's a protective mechanism, a way of creating space and lessening the impact if they do decide to break away. So if you notice this happening, it's essential not to ignore it or brush it aside. But here's the silver lining. Emotional distance doesn't have to spell doom for your triad. In fact, it can be an opportunity to grow closer, to deepen your understanding of each other. So how do you bridge this emotional gap? Well, the first step is to open up a dialogue. It's crucial to approach your partner with empathy and understanding, rather than accusations or demands. Ask them how they're feeling, what's going on in their head. Make them feel safe to express their emotions without fear of judgment or reprisal. Next, try to reignite the spark that brought you together in the first place. This could mean spending quality time together, re-engaging in shared interests, or even trying new things as a triad. Lastly, consider seeking professional help. Therapists who specialize in polyamorous relationships can provide invaluable guidance and support, helping you navigate through this challenging time. Remember, emotional distance doesn't have to be the end. It can be an opportunity to grow closer. It's about turning towards each other rather than away, and finding strength in your shared journey. The third sign that someone might be wanting to leave is a lack of involvement in the relationship. Now, you might be wondering, what does that look like? Well, lack of involvement can manifest in various ways. It could be as subtle as them not participating in group activities as much as they used to, or as obvious as them not showing up at all. Perhaps they're missing date nights, or they're not contributing to the daily chores. It could also be them not expressing their opinions or feelings during important discussions. This lack of involvement can have a significant impact on the other partners. It can create feelings of frustration, confusion, and even resentment. It's like trying to keep a three-legged stool balanced when one leg is shorter than the others. It's unstable and it's bound to topple over sooner or later. So how do you encourage more involvement? You might be surprised to hear this, but the first step is understanding. You need to understand that your partner may be going through something that's causing them to pull away. It could be stress, it could be personal issues, or it could be that they're just not feeling the love as much as they used to. Once you have an understanding, it's time to communicate. Talk to your partner about what you've noticed. Let them know you're there for them and that their involvement is essential for the relationship to thrive. Offer to help them with what they're going through and ask them what they need from you to feel more engaged. But remember, the goal isn't to pressure them into being more involved. It's about making them feel loved and valued, so they want to be more involved. It's about reigniting that spark that made them want to be a part of the relationship in the first place. Lack of involvement is a clear sign of disinterest, but it's not unsolvable. With effort and understanding, you can bring them back. The fourth sign is avoiding intimacy. This might seem more obvious than the previous signs, but it's also one of the most complex to unravel. Intimacy is not just about physical closeness. It's also about emotional connection, and its absence can be a strong indication that someone might be considering leaving the triad. Let's start with physical intimacy. This can be as simple as hugging or holding hands, or as significant as shared sexual experiences. When someone starts to pull away from these interactions, it's often a sign they're emotionally withdrawing too. It's important to remember, though, that a decrease in physical intimacy doesn't always mean there's a problem. People have different needs and rhythms, and sometimes a temporary decrease is just a normal part of the ebb and flow of relationships. However, if the decrease is ongoing or if it's combined with other signs we've discussed, it might be time to have a conversation. This isn't about confrontation, but about expressing concerns and opening a dialogue. Start with I statements to express your feelings without blaming or accusing. For example, you might say, "I've noticed we haven't been as physically close lately, and it makes me feel a bit disconnected. Can we talk about it?" Emotional intimacy can be a bit trickier to gauge. It's about being open and vulnerable, sharing thoughts, feelings, and experiences. If someone is avoiding emotional intimacy, they might become more private or seem distant or distracted. Again, the best approach here is open, non-judgmental conversation. Restoring intimacy in a relationship requires patience, understanding, and empathy. It's about rebuilding trust, re-establishing connections, and reminding each other of the unique bond you share. Avoiding intimacy is a serious sign, but with patience and understanding, intimacy can be restored. Remember, no matter how difficult things might seem, there's always a way forward if you're willing to work together, communicate openly, and approach each other with kindness and respect. The fifth and final sign is if they start talking about leaving. This might seem obvious, but sometimes we overlook the clear signs because they're too painful to acknowledge. It's like the old saying, "The truth hurts." If your partner is explicitly expressing their desire to leave, it's a crucial signal. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world, but it's a call to action. In such a situation, the best approach is open, honest communication. Don't shy away from the hard talks. Encourage them to express their feelings, their fears, and their desires. Ask them, "What can we do to make things better?" It's essential to listen without judgment and without getting defensive. Reacting with love and understanding can make a world of difference. Remember, the goal is to understand and respect each other's feelings. Don't lose hope. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Now let's talk about the importance of the no contact rule in polyamorous relationships. This might seem counterintuitive after we've just discussed the importance of communication, but sometimes when emotions run high and hurtful words have been spoken, the best thing to do is to take a step back. The no contact rule is defined as a period of time where you cease all communication with a person. This might sound harsh, but it's not about punishing anyone. It's about giving everyone the space they need to heal and grow. The purpose of the no contact rule is to allow emotions to settle and to gain clarity. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to say things we don't mean, to make decisions we might regret later. By taking a break from communication, we give ourselves the chance to cool down, to reflect on our feelings, and to think about what we truly want. The benefits of the no contact rule are manifold. It can help in healing, as it allows each person to process their feelings without the pressure of having to respond to the other. It can also lead to self-improvement, as it gives each person the opportunity to reflect on their actions and their role in the situation. Lastly, it can aid in moving forward, whether that means repairing the relationship or parting ways amicably. Remember, the no contact rule is not about punishing anyone. It's about giving everyone the space they need to heal and grow. It's a tool, and like any tool, it's only as effective as the person wielding it. Use it wisely, and you might find it opens up a path to better understanding and stronger relationships. As we draw close to the end of this video, it's important to remember that every relationship is unique. What works for one may not work for another, and that's okay. It's about finding the balance that suits you and your partners. Polyamorous relationships can be complex, but they're also filled with immense potential for love, growth, and fulfillment. The signs of trouble we discussed today, the importance of the no contact rule, and the potential paths to take are all tools you can use to help navigate your relationships. Remember, communication is key, but sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. Whether you're already in a polyamorous relationship or considering entering one, we hope this video has given you some food for thought. And remember, it's okay to ask for help. Reach out to a trusted friend, a family member, or a professional counselor if you need to. You're not alone in this journey. And that's it for today's video. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.